make a difference and text CAR CAR to 900 to win a car with Gamcell. Gamcell and Rotary Club of Bruceby brings you a chance to win a brand new SUV Corando. The more you text, the more chances you win. Join Gamcell today for your chance to win a car, fridge freezers, televisions, smartphones, and lots of cash prizes. Draws will be held live on GRTS TV. Proceeds will be used to help the humanitarian activities of the Rotary Club of Bruceby in the Gambia. Every SMS costs $10. Your SMS could save someone's life. Join us and text CAR CAR to 900 today. A brand new SUV Corando awaits you. Rotary, making a difference. Gamcell, Yai Barong.
In today's world, everything imaginable is on the internet, which is amazing. And to find anything, it is easy. But that's not the case for Lami. His standard internet connection is frustratingly slow, unable to focus on important things in life. He can't stream a video or search anything. He is fed up with messages like address is not found, timeout connection, and Internet Explorer cannot find web page. That's when his friend Fatima introduces him to Gamtel. At Gamtel, we provide viable, cost-effective, and sustainable internet solutions to businesses and homes. With our nationwide fiber broadband connectivity through EcoOne Gambia project, you can now say goodbye to slow internet. We provide quality services, blazing speed, and amazing customer services. All these at affordable price. Be like Lani and start using Gamtel broadband internet today. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
Sophie meew la bu sell te neex baax na ci halal ak mag yépp am na calcium iron protein ak vitamine yu bari Sophie full cream powder milk la am na 20 gram 200 gram ak 400 gram ku ko ñam dootu ko bàyyi Sophie proudly Gambian.
Universal Properties, the dynamic and most trusted agency in real estate and property management.
We are here to make housing affordable, accessible for every Gambian, despite their financial status.
What makes Universal outstanding in the market is our flexible payment plans.
We set standards in sales and letting of quality properties, mortgage, leasing, rentals, property valuation, construction, and many more.
All our sites are fitted with social amenities such as schools, water, electricity, praying ground, and a good road network. In Sukuta Phase 1 and 2, Jambanjeli, Sanyang, Brikama, Lamin Daranka, and Gunjur coming up soon.
Doing business with Universal Properties, it's a very wonderful experience.
Universal Properties, FIB House, Caraba Avenue.
For us, every day is a new opportunity to make sure our first impressions are always our best and to see possibilities on the horizon. To make our facilities and services more accessible and find freedom all around us. With a location proximity to active markets, with a liberal air transportation policy. That daily pursuit is how we turn everyday opportunities for you. For all destination marketing support, customized packages for new existing airlines and operators, and for a highly ranked tourist destination, the Gambia Civil Aviation Authority is here to serve. We regulate air transport, operate and manage BIA technical requirements, merged with commercial considerations. We have experienced and well-trained aviation professionals to cater for your needs. For investment opportunities in building airport hotels, shopping malls, playground for children, do contact us on 4472 831, 4472 893. Gambia Civil Aviation Authority. We go beyond daily.
sam pap dee na déedéet daf ma yónni woon ma suyal ko bii bi waaw yàlla def mu gañe jàppoon $100,000 la gañe
laa ilaha illallah
te yow xam nga ne sama papa dafa amee cardiaque
yow da ngaa dof yow xam nga luy $100,000
xam naa ko kay man naa lu ñëw bëggoon nga dimbali ci
demal na nga def damaa toog rek sama xel mi ne ci yow xam nga bërki démb li daal fi benn waay fee waaw ma romb ko rek bërki démb muy yuuxu di tëb ma ni kii lu ko dal ñu ne ma daal ci loto gaming Gambie bi la laal
jar na ko
laal na ci lu di waaw
nga dafa am quarté am kente am tiercé waaw maanaam nag tey jii kente bi la te jackpot bee passé xaalis
kente mooy lan
kente maanaam mooy juróomi fas yi
waaw beneen bi
am na quarté mooy ñeenti fas yi ak tiercé tey nag xaalis bi daa gën a yokk
lu tax
ndax jackpot bële dañ kaa tegaat ci bii maanaam juróomi fas yi boo ko jàppee ci ordre mooy risque nga désordre bi sax day fay bu ma ko jàppoon
yooyu moom noonu la demee da ngay dem rek
am na lu ma yaakaar
man gis naa seen kii yi keesku yu ndaw yi ci biir dëkk bi mais daal dama ni lii moom amul xaalis da nga ciy def sa xaalis
day jël wecce rek sànni ko fa xool jëmbat la laa ilaha illallah yow li nga wax ni tey ji bu yàlla dogaloon ma gañe ko lu mu gàtt
fi mu toll nii boo gañe woon $100,000
waaw lu may def
waaw nooy def
xam nga yow sama xarit nga
waaw
damay fexe nga rey say noonu
ci nan
lu mu gàtt $50,000
waay
Thierno woowee ambulance
lan la lu xew ni
sa baay gay dee na
sama papa gay lu ko rey
$100,000 laa ne ko boo ma gàññaloon si li ma la yónni dama ko koy jox mu daanu ni sama kaw
man waxuma ko mu waxee woon la ko noonu yow la ko waroon informé ndax yow yaa ko gañe yaa gañe jàppoon
Stewart & Co. Solicitors, a legal excellence firm in London that can help you with all aspects of your legal work. If you are looking at immigrating to the United Kingdom, Stewart & Co. can help you to set up business, buy houses in the UK, and will deal with all your legal works from start to finish.
For all your general immigration work, we can help you with that as well. If you apply for any form of visa, whether student visas, settlement visas, marriage visas, or a child wanting to come to the United Kingdom to settle with the family, we can help you to achieve your goals.
Stewart & Co. Solicitors, a legal excellence firm specializing in conveyancing, immigration, litigation, family law, personal injury, licensing, no win, no fee. Contact us today at www.sk-solicitors.com.
Do you want the best in office supplies? Do you want value for money? Then look no further. Vital Trading Limited is here for you. Vital Trading Limited is the best in town when it comes to office supplies and all your printing needs. We brand, rebrand, design and print logos, flyers, caps, pens, 3D signboards, neon signboards, envelopes, and many more. We also have bank coin counters, bank note counters, fire protect safes, just to name a few. At Vital Trading Limited, satisfaction is guaranteed and we deliver on time. Visit our office today on the Bertel Harding Highway opposite the GNPC petrol station. Better still, call us on 4498756, 4498962. Visit our website today, www.vitaltradinglimited.com. Want the best in all your office supplies and printing needs? Then come!
Can't do small or big projects with the same dedication and commitment as we do. With a reputation as the leading printing company in the country, when it comes to major projects and innovative solutions, we always deliver in high quality, thus receiving the trust and confidence of our clients. From the moment your order is placed to when it is delivered, we believe in exceeding expectations from the sales manager to the production team, the account manager, and the person delivering your material. We have state-of-the-art equipment and a highly experienced and competent workforce that enables us to deliver top quality work on time. At reasonable prices, we provide our clients with multiple solutions right from conceptualizing, designing, printing, binding, publishing, and distribution. For all your printing requirements, we are strategically located at the Sankumsila Highway, the Gambia Printing and Publishing Corporation. We print what you desire.
The Gambia Revenue Authority wishes to inform the general public that income earned from the letting or leasing of property is taxable as per the Income and Value Added Tax Act 2012. In this regard, the general public is hereby informed that payment of rental income tax is an obligation on any person who earns income from letting or leasing properties. All rental income earned from properties in the Gambia is subjected to rental income tax. There are two types of rental income tax. A residential rental income tax charged at the rate of 8% of gross rent received. Commercial rental income charged at the rate of 10% of gross rent received. It is important to note that failure to declare and pay rental income tax is illegal and punishable under the Income and Value Added Tax Act 2012. To pay your rental income tax, rush to the nearest GRA domestic tax office or any of GRA's designated banks. Remember to pay your taxes and on time. GRA, collecting revenue for national development.
Now that I have saved some money to build my dream home, I'm really confused about which estate company to approach. My friend had a bad experience with a particular estate agency after completing his payment and could not even get his title deed. This is serious.
Good afternoon. How are you? Thank you. My name is Oli. I'm from EPISODE Investments.
Understood.
Thank you.
You know, I must say you came at a very right time.
Really?
I was thinking about houses.
Great.
What can your company offer me?
EPISODE Investments can offer you a lot. We're unique in the market.
Okay.
We own our properties and we ensure that they're developed with modern technologies. They're affordable and they are strategic locations. We don't just sell pieces of land, but we create settlements.
What makes your company different from others?
We're different from all real estate companies in the Gambia because what we have to offer is affordability, safety, and security. We ensure that you get a legal contract from when you pay your deposit, and within 4 weeks of paying your final settlement, we make sure you receive your title deed.
4 weeks?
4 weeks.
That's interesting.
Yes. Now tell me, what real estate serves your needs?
It's absolutely EJ, investment, and real estate agent.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Kerr Fatou. Tonight is going to be another interesting discussion, Oli. Tey ñu fas yéene dalal fi the police PRO, Mr. David Kujabi. Moom mi nga xam ne saa yu nekk rek saa yu ko ooyee. He's always ready, and we really appreciate that. And welcome to Kerr Fatou for the first time, David.
Thank you.
And of course, ñu am mbégte lool Mbadi Mafana Mbijang, Lamin K. Sedi. Lamin is from the Child Protection Alliance. Bimbe kajamin kela Lamin wolong dindingolu ke maranyamin suokono. Bere akumba yata nka cool de mimbe kering wala na kumata nga police ol fana sajang. Welcome to Kerr Fatou, Lamin.
Thank you very much, Fatou.
Oli, ñu am mbégte lool tey si show bi waaye di wax ne rek you welcome tam Fatou Diallo as a guest co-host on the show. Fatou, welcome to Kerr Fatou.
Thank you very much.
Oli, tey programme bi ñu fas yéene def tey mooy mbiri xale, child protection. The role society will play in protecting our children, the role the police play in protecting our children. But of course, there's a body, a Child Protection Alliance. ñoom ñi nga xam ne ñoo dee séentu yi fi xale yi ndax dëgga ñoom ñu ngi def enough sensitization pour protect xale yi ñoom tam ñu ngi wax ndax police yi ñu ngi def seen rôle am na solo kan moo war a def lan ak fan la keneen war a jëlee mu am solo lii topic la boo xam ne askan bi war nañ ko digga sakatuma suñu yaay ak suñu maam yi kilifa itam am nañu rôle bu mag luñ dee play si yëfi xale yi yëfi njaboot si biir kër gi Oli tey lii mooy suñu waxtaan bi.
jërëjëf Fatou tey waxtaan bi am na solo lool ni child protection moom lu ver dafa important trop si réew waaye da nga gis ne child protection nekk na loo xam ne si kër yi la war a commencé ni te xale bi sa kër buñ la yarut ni nga mel si sa kër rek noonu nga mel soo génnee dëgg la police bi am nañ si rôle waaye ñoom seen rôle bi tam mooy pour ñu gis ne xale yaa ngi discipline ak nii lañ war a dem child protection alliance tam am nañ si rôle pour mun a gis ne xale yi seen rights yi they not being violated waaye then again daal yar beeg yëpp daal man gom naa ne si kër gi la war a commencé su commencé si kër gi xëy na xale yi suñ génnee si biti dinañ xam ni ñoo comporter seen boppa dinañ xam ni ñoo behavior ba nga xam ne duñ mun a nekk si situation yoo xam ne police bi war nañoo come in o child protection bi war naa come in waaye du caageen itam xaleel su yaruwut këram tam su génnee right sami dañ ko war a protect so ñi tam am nañ solo lool pour mun a dox si loolu noonu torop xam nga so da nga gis ne tey moom waxtaan bi xam naa ni nga ko waxee rek ñi toog si kër yi dinañ ko apprécier bu baax a baax a baax a baax because fu mu nekk ni suñ xale yi gis nañ cases suñ duggee si biir waxtaan bi dinañ si gën a dugal gis nañ cases of xale yi nga xam ne ñu ngi leen a maltraite yéen a maltraite yi tamit seen kër yi la commencé yéen a xale yaa ngi yeeg seen step mother yeeg even ñi leen jur sax di leen def yu métti xale yooyu tam war nañoo xam loolu su leen dalee fan la gaay war a dem so tey foog naa waxtaan bi Fatou kontaan naa si trop am na importance trop ni xale yi dinañ xam fu ñoo joytoo waa kër itam dinañ xam fu ñoo commencé ñi si mbedda bi itam dinañ xam ne xama bàyyi suma xel ni su ma defee xaleel nangam am na keneen kuy jóg di ko taxaw ni xale mooy mag ëllëg waaw so waxtaan bi moom dina am solo
waxtaan bi dina am solo Fatou comme ni ma ko waxee rek ñu dalal la fii ci Kerr Fatou nga nekk ndaw yow tam suñ ne child protection yow lan nga foog ne loolu lañ war a def pour protect suñ njaboot yi si kër gi
jërëjëf Fatou waxtaan bi am na solo torop child protection foog naa benn institution bu ñoo jéema faata mooy the school which is really important so am nañ police bi we have the child protection officers at the house as well but the school and let's say the society also play a very important role when it comes to the protection of the child so it's like ñun ñëpp a war a liggéey nekk benn the police the child protection officer, the school, the society, to make sure that children are well taken care of.
Wow. Loolu am na solo school bi fànn la boo xam ne xale yi suñ ne they spend a lot of time si school si so they learn a lot from peers and others so that is also very important first and foremost Lamin waxtaan bi dama bëggoon ñu dooree ko ci Child Protection Alliance what exactly do we have to protect our children from?
Thank you very much, Fatou. We have to protect our children from all forms of abuse and exploitation. And this ranges from sexual abuse, physical abuse, psychological abuse, and neglect. Because if you look at the components of abuse, these are some of the classifications of abuse. Of course, in each of this, under each of this classification, we have different forms. For example, when you talk about sexual abuse, you're talking about rape, you're talking about, when you talk about physical abuse, you're talking about beating, but of course, of recently also we have another classification of humiliating punishment, for example. The UN Global Study on Violence Against Children, which was commissioned by the United Nations General Assembly, conducted in 2002, and the report came out in 2016, proves that children are not only subjected to physical punishment, but also humiliating punishment. And CPA, the Child Protection Alliance, also in 2014 did a further study within the Gambian context, and it really proves that children are not only physically punished, but humiliating forms of punishment are also meted on children. For example, the name calling, the shaming, and all those. But neglect, again, probably our discussion will look at neglect in a broader perspective. But when you look at neglect, is when parents fail to supervise their children, resulting to children getting into unwanted behaviors, etc., etc. And but Gambia has a very good record of sexual abuse. I can tell you that. A very significant, record has been registered in the area of sexual abuse. Maybe some of this abuse, sexual abuse, are not comprehended by. Of course, children are supposed not to comprehend those abuses.
Really understand how many of us? As children understand that we are sexually abused.
Exactly, exactly, Fatou. That's why I make an emphasis on that. Because sexual abuse, if you look at what constitutes sexual abuse, a lot of children would not know what so and so is doing to me constitute sexual abuse.
Yeah.
For example, in our homes, it becomes normal if somebody touches the breast of the child.
Yeah.
I mean, this is sexual abuse.
Yeah.
I mean, we keep on beating the buttocks of the child. These things happen even within
Yeah.
our
And you
school
look at them
settings.
in
You look at and we look at them in sexual manner, or we use words that have sexual meaning. A teacher uses sexual word that has sexual meaning. Sometimes even a parent uses a word that has sexual meaning. Uncles use words that have sexual meaning.
Yeah.
And these are all things. But I mean, how can children comprehend these issues? Certainly they wouldn't be able to. So, but like I said, it becomes the ultimate responsibility of everybody to protect children. And this is how the law places it. That in child protection, we said that child protection is the business of all. I mean, you don't pinpoint to say, I mean, police are responsible for protection of children. However, the law places, the state has the primary duty.
Yeah.
The state has the primary duty to ensure that every child within their jurisdiction is protected. And this took its power from the United Nations Convention on the Right of the Child, which the Gambia government ratifies, and the African Charter on the Rights and Welfare of Children.
Yeah.
But again, another component that certainly we'll be looking at maybe is child labor again. And the Gambia has also ratified the ILO Convention now in prohibiting all forms of child labor. So narrowing those international treaties down to our Gambian context, the Gambia has what we call the Children's Act of 2005. We have the Sexual Offences Act. We have the Tourism Offences Act. We have the Women's Act. Of course, we have the Children's Amendment Act 2016 and the Women's Amendment Act 2016, prohibiting child marriage and FGM. So we have these laws. I mean, we have the Labor Act of the Gambia. Yeah. We have the Criminal Code, the Constitution of the Gambia. Also make a provision in respect of protection of children. So we have numerous
laws.
Being
enforced is the issue.
That's the point now.
That's the point. That's where we have the law enforcement, the police. That's their role. David, what specific role does the state, the police, have to play in protecting our children?
We have a huge role. And that's why under the police, with the different units we have, you have the child protection, gender and child protection unit, which specifically focuses on dealing with issues of children and women. So it was formed not too long ago, but it has been doing a lot in addressing issues of children. Not only is it waiting for cases to be reported, but it also does advocacy, even though that may be a little limited given the resources. It also does advocacy to create awareness. But we must also admit that the capacity within to fully understand and carry out these duties in the way it's legally required, it's a bit, short. So there are shortfalls there, but we are working day in, day out to ensure that what is required is put in place. So in a nutshell, much is being done.
Much is being done. Training and sensitization is very important.
Absolutely.
Yes, there might be a unit responsible for child protection, but the police, the ordinary policeman in the street, the ordinary policeman who gets in contact with these people, the children, how trained, how aware are they about the rights of children to be able to protect them when they just come across them, because they are the ones in the streets?
Very good question. Every police officer undergoes what we call basic training. And during that basic training, you are taught about all of these things, including child protection issues and then the Children's Act that he has talked about. You may not delve deeply into it because, I mean, it's so broad that if you want to learn everything, you will have to spend almost 3 years at the training school. The luxury of that time is not available. So that is why we have set up a special unit called the Gender and Child Protection Unit. So if any police officer comes across a case that they believe involves a child, they just send it to the Gender and Child Protection Officer. Because in all the major police stations that we have, we ensure that there is a police officer who is trained to be able to address those issues.
Mr. Kujabi, okay, Lamin has mentioned about child labor and everything. I come across kids every day, traffic lights, kids begging, small kids what is the police doing about that? Because Kairaba police station is just right on the corner, right there. Police officers are in their house, and they see these kids, you're gonna exploit. Accidents can happen. Then yeah, then they talk for sorry, you buy Helen, you go to the They can be other like a sexual assault, and all these things, and the police are watching this. I'm not sure what I'm asking. What is the police doing about this? Because some police, they see them every day.
I am happy you asked, but let's get real here. We have these laws, they are actually ideal. But then we must also realize that we have our cultures, our traditions. Even though some of them may not be good, those that are not good, we put them away. We all know that Gambia is generally a very poor country. Some families find it difficult to put food on the table. And so if the family members don't come out to help to ensure that food is made available, it's difficult. And for most of these children come from poor families that need to help their parents to put food on the table. I understand the law disregards that, but are we going to starve people? I mean, if you expect police officers to go around looking for children, arresting them, and then going out and finding out from their parents that, okay, this is a child and you are sending them on the street to sell whether it's water, candles, or whatever it may be. I mean, it's not, we understand, we could do that, but what would be the public outcry?
For me, I'm talking about the child begging, not even the child.
No, you said. I mean, it's too broad. It's too broad.
Like, what's the risk? Let's look at the risk involved. Because how traffic lights, any minute a car can knock them down.
Absolutely.
So that risk is higher than yaibi. So we them for the begging wapam mu take hale bi fele. Because yai, we see them. I live just around traffic lights. Yai that they talk bunti standard chartered. Muy daha xalé pour ñu dem sometimes goor dafa ñew taxaw ci cash machine bi yaay bi mëna dama ñaan ko so those things bañu mané we have to beg, we have to face the reality.
But only for
I do not want to use the begging thing because I do not encourage begging, and I wouldn't advise any parents, no matter how poor you may be, to send for you to even beg, to talk less of sending children to go out and beg. So if you are talking on the side of the begging, I guess something needs to be done. But generally, when it comes to issues of child labor, one needs to look at them critically.
I think my concern is this might go to Child Protection Alliance. They have a big role to play in this. Personally, last couple of months ago, there's this particular hale bo xamne I go to the supermarket every single evening. Dama ko fa dey fekk muy jaay nana. This is around 7-8 o'clock. Daf ma dey ñew yaay balal ma nga jënda yépp. I'm like, it's 7 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. Xana yow do dem school elek suma jeexute suma yaay daf ma door. Like, I cannot go home. That breaks my heart as a parent. Like, a child who's supposed to go to school the following day is begging until that time, and he is scared that if he's not able to sell that particular product, the mom will beat him. And you know, those things, what are you guys doing to protect such children? Because I know we have a bigger community, we have a bigger society, our cultures are all in play, but some of these cases needs to be looked. It's not just the police. You guys have a big role, because that is your specific role, to protect children. What are you doing? Are there specific cases that you work on to make sure these kind of cases are addressed? Because it's heartbreaking sometimes you see the way some children are treated.
Okay, I think I need to make this clear here. For example, the Child Protection Alliance is not a state institution.
Yes.
Our mandate is to advocate.
Yeah.
All right, and also put the state to tax to ensure that they fulfill, the requirements that are true.
That gives you independence.
For example, it gives us an independence, and of course that is the role that we play. I like only raising the issue of, for example, children begging on the street, selling on the street. This is a concern, and let me tell you, Father, we would refer this back to the state, because the state says they took the obligation. When you ratify the international instruments, you are under obligation to respect, protect, and fulfill those rights, and enforce exit by meaning facilitating. Now, the state should not be seen to, to relent in its effort to ensure that, whatever is to be done is done. Again, this also goes with provision of other services. I quite agree with David that the reality is that, we're from a poor family. But in child protection, this is the issue. And I'm sure when we'll get to discuss on that, will bring back this topic.
Yeah.
Because, sundamebe halei nyo yore chinbi sikirbi.
Wow.
Musiba dina hell. I mean, children would go into sex, you know, to commercial sex work. I mean, children will go. But yes, I see those children on the street, on the, watch of the police, begging there, and they can be trafficked. If not registered, they can be trafficked. I once at LP, I was sitting, and about 4 children, you know, were standing at anybody who walks in, Papa Mema Nagam, yeah, Mema Nagam. And I watched the situation. I said, imagine if a pedophile walks in and these children said, Mema Nangam, and then you buy chicken for them. The next tomorrow you come back and find them there. All that you need to tell them is Neleng and Feli Majanala. And you have young girls there. Yep. So what I'm saying is the state be, Ngurbi, apart from ensuring that children's rights are fulfilled, they are under obligation to support the most deprived families in terms of true social protection means. And I know, yes, the government of the Gambia has, a social protection policy, and they also have, established minimum standards in terms of supporting the poorest of the poor. But I always said everybody is poor in the Gambia. I mean, those who we think, well, we call this, I mean, everybody, so to speak, is poor in the Gambia. But what we need to do is to ensure that mechanisms are put in place. We need to ensure that, I mean, for example, children are not used as subjects of suñ dépense and all that Fatou, because suñ loolu xewee rek musiba dina xew.
waaye loolu moo nekk di xew Fatou dafa mel ni tey suñ kër yi xale jigéen ñi ñoo amee kër yi te su xale jigéen ñi amee xale soo toogee sa kër gis xale bu jigéen mu ñëw jëndal daaneel wàcc saaku maalo jëndal ganaar jëndal lii te xale bi liggéeyut loolu lan nga encourage as a parent.
Comme ni ko Oli waxee rek, it's really important. He is saying that if so bàyyee xale yi wala nga téye leen ne duñ mun a liggéey, then they will go hungry. Yes, he has a point, but I'll come back to you. With regards to the family, so the mebene danga say danga buga am dom. It's you have to take up the responsibility to make sure ne hale yo yalen the provider for, because you're under an obligation to make sure that hale bobu nonu dina leka dina nan do pare dina dem school. Waye su de yaay dañ buga jël sen hale yi di len bay ci traffic bi comme ko waxe rek man dama day dem suma rombe body traffic lights da nga gis hale yu ndaw yo xamne dañu ñëw taxafu fu nonu di ñaan amon na bes hale bu ndaw bo xamne mo duga ci suñu taxi bu ma nekkon mu ne dafa dem Sénégal bi ma ne ko yow looy uti Sénégal bi ana sa yaay mu ne yaayam mu ngi koo xaar léegi ma fekk ko ñu dem ba si junction bi mu waasa ma gis mu cross fu mu waxoon ne sa junction bi ne foofu la yaayam nekka gisuma ko kenn xamut xale bi soo tasee bandi salte yoo xam ne lu leen neex la ñoo def xale loolu dafa nekk problème so dafa important yaay itam buñ seet ne because most of yaay yoo leen dee gis nii ñu dem di ñaan dara jotul leen mun nañoo dem ñu liggéey liggéey mu ngi am si réew mi instead of ñu jël seen xale yi di leen bàyyi si mbedda yi ñuy ñaan nañ dem liggéey ngir yàlla dara jotul leen nekkuñ ne dañ mënut a dox wala nekkuñ di gis nañ utal seen boppa liggéey waaye tamit it's very important to come back to you duñ mun a wax ne rek they will stay poor. It is the responsibility of their parents, not them. And that is why we have the police. If such things are encouraged just in the name of saying they will go hungry, that will not be fair on the child, right? So the police is under an obligation to make sure that the child is protected, in as much as the Child Protection Alliance, like an officer like you, for instance, you've witnessed it, like sitting in a restaurant. So though it is a private institution, but at least, maybe you spoke about sensitization. Sensitization can go a long way. So in toge comme programme yu melni yini mun nañu tok ñu waxa parents yi you can even make a report and take it to the government, for instance, to see what can be done about these things.
Okay, if I may respond to that.
Yes.
Let me not be a little misconstrued here.
Yeah.
We have the laws.
Yeah.
And it was our responsibility to enforce them.
Yeah.
And if we should start enforcing them right now, I guess our police stations will be filled with people.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is that we have the laws which are ideal, but the practicability of applying them are not there, because you are going to cause more problems in conducting all these arrests, because you will have to adhere to all the rules and regulations of protecting the child, like Kate Sadie just mentioned here, all these things. And to be quite honest, our institutions are not yet ready to put that into play.
But
so I would take your advice. This is not a thing, okay, we have the laws, it's the responsibilities of the police to enforce them, but then why do we have to wait until the laws are broken?
Yeah.
We are from a society, the family is there, you mentioned the school. These are things that we should all work towards preventing our children coming off. So the question is not to wait until they are violated before we begin to make arrests and then begin to apply the law. The question is, how do we put in place preventive measures? If we want to always apply the law, it's going to be worse than what
how do we put in preventive measures? It starts from the homes, I think. Right?
Yeah, I quite agree with her. For example, specifically, like I said, the Child Protection Alliance plays an advocacy role, research, and we've been doing this. David would attest to the fact that, for example, in fact, giving the police the capacity, the Child Protection Alliance is renowned for that, both at the junior and senior level, to ensure that the capacity of. But again, we also, part of the efforts to also ensure that, I mean, the families take ownership of child protection is, if you go to CRR, for example, in the Central River region, in the Upper River region and Lower River region, we have constituted what we call community child protection committees. Now, these community child protection committees of members of communities. You know, they have, for example, a village member who is a nurse, a village member who is a police, but if they don't have that, they can solicit from the nearest police station to help them, one person in the committee, you know. So the imam, the alkali, the essence is that people have to take ownership of child protection. They have to take ownership. However, that is one. Of course, we know also we live in the social fabrics. For example, those days, no child goes hungry. Because, I mean, the next neighbor is helping. I mean, but today it's about, you know, ken fale with moromam. Dinga leka, nga dem tour. All right, and you don't care to consider your next neighbor. However, I still go back to the police to say, soon there may be a situation of that, you know, I mean, desperation, be desperate na mununyo ham lala nyo def. I think the only institution, the last institution that we could resort to is the police, to ensure that mechanisms are put, because the police falls within the state. Now, I am always referring back to the state because the police is one mechanism, one institution. But again, you have, again, we also have to know that the Gambia is not a welfare state where, I mean, families. But with the social protection program, we hope that, well, the Gambia, but it's collective. I would say it's collective. Everybody, all hands must be on deck to ensure that children are protected. However, we encourage parents that we should not be. You see, we need to break the circle of poverty. How do we break the circle of poverty? Moine, yo bo xamene da nga ñaaka. Bul nango dugal sa xalé tamit ñu doon ñi ñaaka. Loy mëna def moy ne bo ñaaké yow fexel defal sa kentelay katan ba gis na xalé yi dem nañ school. Ñu janga, ñu topoto len. Waye fa la nguur bi tamit ñëwé moy ne bo xamné bu school fees amut. Motax nguur bi ñu amé responsibility gis na ñu ne free education. Léegi free education bi nag mun nañ koo seete in the context because dafa am lu bëri loo xam ne xale bi soxla na ko pour mun a dem school and we know the public transport system is not there. For example, xale bi su ne dafa travel from one location to the other and the pay. But this is the point that we can ensure that everybody has to take ownership. But again, the law also must have to be seen to apply because xale yooyu noonu ñi nga xam ne fekk na leen at LP, I took them. In fact, I didn't. I thank God I give credit to Barham, you know, Barham, the musician. I was sitting with him. I told him, please help me. Let us get this children to the police station because they are 5 and they are very smart. And it's important that we are careful of this. Some of these children are very smart. I'm not xam ne seen waajur sa yónni ñu leen pour ñu dem ñaani. But because of, you know, and we picked up that with the police as well. This betting centers yi tax na ne ba xale yi doon nañ ñaan kat. You know, so they made this child scavenging. You see, these children, them uti ay ferai ni di ko dem jay sen wajuri they just hale yoy non because the betting centers are there and the children are to go there and play the game. They have to pay. So legi lu ñoo def moy ne bu ñu yobé xalé ci police station. In fact, I called our office. My boss sent the driver. We took them to the police station. You know what happened? Within 3 minutes, this child, I told, they're smart. Lu ma police officer moy dama bëgga dem naan. Mu jox ko pot bi. You know, bidong. Pompe baa ngi ne le xale bi si pompe bi la dem fekk mu ngi bàyyi xel gaay
dem na
waaw man balaa maa génn si station bi dem man mi nga xam ne struggle naa dem si station bi yóbbu xale yi I call the shelter xale yi tif ma téye xale bi bu ma dellu si police station maa ngi fekk xale bu jigéen bi police bi mu ngi ñaxa di uti xale bi because dama am pour rite wante xale bi at a distance and you know but again Fatou men said how people most of the time again you see these children most of them good number of them are also under the care of their guardians Fatou yërmande tamit dem na I mean, yow, sa sister mu ngi Sénégal mu jox la doomam Gambia fii pour nga toppatool ko nga bàyyi sa doom yi dem school nga yónni xale yi si mbedd bi ñu dem
ngeen ñaani ji war a jaay ji
ba pare jaay bi moom dafa doon loo xam ne but again if you look at
soo wooyee xale bi demal jaay waaye su jeexutee bul ñib si
loolu lañ leen dee wax because you know Fatou condition yooyu lañ leen dee tegal bul dem moo tax luñ dee wax parents yi mooy ne yow soo jeexee xale bi palaati naana but again hanga that's one bit of it some of them will give these children $10 $15 plate of nana they go and sell xale bi mu ñëw ak $100 jox la yow de moom borom wërsëg nga
borom wërsanga. And you know, a parent looking at her girl child and said, sa morom moo fi wàcce saaku maalo.
Wow.
Sa morom moo ma fi jëndal li xale boo xam ne liggéeyut. I mean, what are you encouraging?
It just goes back. Man now, d'accord naa ci li ñuy wax. Waaye dama just feel ne police bi dañu war a jël a little bit more stance.
Exactly, yeah.
Because honestly, laws yi ñu ngi fa. Te waxuñ ne na law bi consume everybody, then police station yi dinañ fees. Waaye police bi war nañoo jël a little stance, especially si xale yi risk of being knocked down. Nañ fàtte sa sexual exploitation. Risk of bi ñoo taxaw si traffic light boobu noonu rek. Pour moto tampon leen fa rek is very very high. Ba pare Fatou wax na ko fi ñu bari seen parents yi dara jotu leen. Especially ñi nekk si vicinity boobu. Bañuma feneen de. Waaye ñi si vicinity boobu di pousse xale yi dem leen si góor bi dem leen ñaan fii dara jotu leen soo xëy na foofu police bi mun nañ faa tighten a little bit wane ne xale yi waruñoo nekk si mbedd bi di jaay na xale yi randu si fi because soo fi tamponee xale yaay duga
am na incident boo xam ne sax mun nañoo gé comparison in Sénégal Sénégal amoon na time almuudi yi këri sëriñ yi and when it comes to Sénégal ñoom ñoo gën a moo worry about this sëriñ issue dañ dee laal sëriñ yi. But one time when Maki bu mu ñëwee si time yi Maki dañ dem di raid këri sëriñ yi ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi jël xale yi di leen exploit xale yi duñ di jànga dañ leen a yónni ñu uti ñu dem saratu dañ leen raid they raided those places to make sure the children are properly taken care of su dee yaa ngi nekk sëriñ yi daara mun loo amee xale yooyu noonu dañ jël xale yi seen loxo dañ make sure ñu tas daara yooyu noonu. Yes, dafa dégala dina indi some complications to suñ society. But David, if suñ jëlutee the leadership role, you make sure some of these things are loi moom loi la. Tey su dee man tampon naa ne yàlla ma yàlla baalal and ma ñëw foofu noonu obviously you will da ngaa toppa loi bi pour lii ma. So xale boobu noonu soo ko loi bi mu ngi fa waaye just because da nga xalaat society issues bi wala capacity bi ngeen ne ok duñ ko enforce meaning ne you are contributing to neglecting these children.
No, then they enforce and quite occasionally, child protection officers, they go out on raids and suspected children are always brought in for further questioning. And I also have, I'm on the Bena instance, just the recently concluded inter-schools competition. Police officers on duty, just Sibena Gate, were conducting random search on children who were coming in St. Baggy and so on. And Bigay Pare, the amount of knives, scissors, and a lot of different things they could be used as weapons seized. The facial bag. Wow. And guy notified me. What I did was I felt that this was a problem that we couldn't deal with as police officers because these things are happening beginning from the home, going into the schools and coming out into the public. I took the initiative, Madembe, the Ministry of Education, because it's a walking distance from our office. I went there, I saw in fact, I was opportune to have a chat with the PS. And they were also equally concerned, and they indicated that we need to bring the conference on principles into the whole pictures, because massive sensitization, because we have to be able to put in preventive measures. Because I think what's most important is the preventive measures. These are young children, they are going to be our future leaders. They are already involved in kind of in things that when I was young, didn't even think about them, going out in public. These are grievous, they are criminal offenses. They could be, you could easily arrest them, prosecute them, and then get a conviction. But what good do we really gain in convicting children? That is my problem.
Father, I want to say this.
Rehabilitation, maybe.
I want to say this. Of course, you know, really, to an extent, I agree with the PRO. For example, convicting and sentencing children, probably what good would it do? Because again, you are also looking at the general, welfares of children. But parents, for example, aside from those children being caught with those knives, there are numerous cases that involve the influence of parents. Now, why we pushing the police to ensure that they go ahead with prosecution is they have to set the example. If a parent neglect their children, they do all those issues and they are sentenced. Because, the obvious thing is that everybody says, sundeme nenko watane. To an extent that even sexual abuse cases, then you sundeme nyu watane ko. Sundeme nelen lifin. And then, if the police had to, agree getting, because amna yo hamne, what diga ne yala, sun hapone. One thing that we always tell parents is that even soon committees you have established nañ luñ leen dee wax mooy ne ok bu ñëwee si wàllum ne xale bi du dee def ni yaayam moo ko dee dóor mun ngeen si toog ngeen waxtaan waaye bu fekkee ne xale bi dañ ko biiral wala dañ ko rape bu leen si jéem a toog sax the best thing that you could do is take it to the police. Now police is the last resort of hope for people. Now they are supposed to ensure that examples are set, but if for example all these cases are going to the police and people are not seeing the results, and you know what people will wait to see boom dalon key lan moo si génnoon te su dara génnut dañoo ne after all, but I mean ñun de si suñ faana ñu ngi liggéey ak police yi hand in glove, but it will get to an extent where everybody will be discouraged to even talk to me as a child protection person. Nobody would wish to talk to me because suñ ma waxee and then we go to the police. And a few days ago a family member told me this and said hana police yi dañ la si dugal yoo tamit na police yi dañ la fay yoo tamit. I said police don't fay anybody because for example bu fekkee ne fay la I mean the police duñ fay kenn because for them that family I don't blame them because for that family they have a case and they have been going to Banjul on a daily basis, and for example, and this is alleged rape case, and so the family said we've been going to Banjul every day. They will tell us either the police officer in charge is not on duties, this is not this is, and the guy called me and said, Lamin, what is going on? But again, a friend of mine whose child was also sexually abused at the age of 1 year 9 months. The family went through the same thing. I mean, a case, yes, 1 year 9 months. In fact, we have cases of about 6 months. I mean, you name them. I mean, a lot are happening in the Gambia. So the best thing that could happen is to hand down, a typical example in the court and then so. But in CRR, we have a case of 10-year-old girl, and the report that comes to us is that them police report and then the next moment they see that child, that person walking in the street. Yes, I understand. Me and you can understand that people can be billed. Yeah, it's about this. But I'm not certain thing sure it's common sense that you and I.
We must be very clear here. What we do as police officers when we receive cases of this kind of nature is for us to investigate. Prefer the charges that go along with the circumstance of the case. If it is a rape thing, I mean, we put together enough evidence to make sure that we prosecute, at least take it to court. A lot of times with cases of this kind of nature, Lamin will tell you, it's always very difficult getting a conviction in court.
Sure.
Because a lot of times this evidence you have are usually circumstantial. Normally it's between the one person and another, and then you don't have hard proof.
Evidence.
Yes. It's not that we do not do anything, but then evidences are usually a lot of problems. That is why with cases of rape and child molestation, it's not that they are not taken to court, but then getting all the necessities needed to even put it before a court of law is usually very difficult. And it's not usually the fault of the police, but it's all who are usually involved. Society won't even want one. The parents will tell you, well, because of we don't want to get involved. Okay, a whole lot of things come into play. The police, I mean, you desire, but you cannot take a case with just one or two witness statements, or you don't have enough. I mean, it will be thrown out of court. And these are the things that we have. That's why for us, it's not a matter of refusing to apply the law or not, but then to even apply the law. There are standards and requirements that must be followed. And if you don't have them, you can't even begin.
That brings us to Lulu society, Lamin. Society. Badingol. Because niya jube, ba follow ko he sa control man din ko. Iko Fatou dingo wala rape. Ntolla kabilo nyinde na manke ntolla kabilo to itela fila fango ila next door neighbor ya long and then ite kamira ko ike dingo le protect bari me dingo protect bari ite be dingo ibe mole empower ka mi anko abe bolete dingo tabita dindo tinyala nyanta mune kila pour ba dingo ya long ko ni moye dingo rape wara e dingo abuse wara ka moja ka tu dingo tinko le ala so kono amanka hawlu dingo mo nyanta mune kila kala kumayata ba dingo le nyilo
Fatou jani boto jabira lafta kamin fo wala nyanti ko follow jamal bije mi yalan ko e baka so ngay finti woto wala nan ko kilingol min yalan ko ye fintinde la fo ye sambay futata police la bundato kata ko be nyanta ka keje ko a case nying wayta min nyanta ka ke wayke bari say mabi fo non kana wotole wala tina ko man sakunda nyin tawota ko they will ensure that nako transparency occurs in every case of abuse womu tawalti mi yalan ko yata but nim for example say wo kusifal bakeka wo family fo malo minata nantel nanyin case ni mantra kata dulado yalon say wo fanam jahalo wartal then the obvious thing bumba kala wala ndiko second way ba police la jalay la wala do ko bunda dol jalay bayri ndal yana kata ko kala fo ndatam findita loi bunda to min yalan ko wala nyanda ka ko nga devi kadame fo nga faham bari ning coming accountability mang findi wala transparency man so ka yetendi ko ni aje nyin kata tenting because the victims family also need to know minatina case nimba level jumaldo minatna mankeno tenting bari jama tel minika kacha ka min fonya wala nyandi ko telephone malo mineketa nga fonyal tenting bari fula njango wala nyandi ko fana nta institution to fala bari for professional reasons dol bije mi yalon ko ngalon ko for example teachol sototo jang min yalon ko dinngol kono mande dinngol ila karamuda dinngol yalon bari min kana ke je wala nyandi ko ngaje ka fo okay nga transfer nyin karambum kartol ni ya bonni nyin karamu doto ya sama nyin karamu doto abita dole fana kono mande la wata you understand bari hapo nyindum child protection bu minte wala nyindi ko hanintel mi yalon ko ba do mar do ko wala dindi wala fanala mol ban kono mi yalon ko ka kele so wala nan ko coming down to your question we have to suspect everybody to be a potential child abuser bari jama ntel kam mira wala ko luntangol wala ka nyin abuse ke bari kis role mi yete wala ko jama min ka dindingol abuse wala molti min yalon ko sutiyata dindingol la dalol be nin dindingol tema molla min yalon ko ka timina di atlin dindingol la molla mi yalon ko ka dindingol so kodola min yalon ko kala karambungol jo ala oncle nyol you know I mean akake mansakunda la doku lalti akake mansakunda alfalti akake given the civil society alfal bari ka minke wala ka timina di atlin dindingol nyen woton ka min fo wala nyenti ko mol bije mi yalon ko hani ngafo alfali hani badunna moto kono ini dim fulol kana son kadi ke wala ya sinda singo kan because nga mol jami yalon ko ka dindingol sindi singo kan ke fan ni dia soto je wo mu sexual abuse de but nga case soto jami yalon ko ke woni alfa bal yeminke ke ba bal ka dindingo muta ka kala ke ya bonni ka di dindingola ka susu in the name of nako but it will be momentum because neglect lam iko dindin kar na kumbota drong ni adi kar la ke dele akede mina na akede nobody cares so nite you know and alfal tatal fo say pour ki dingol fo suti yalla ke niye fitile ki dingol pour dingol sen domi jegen nan def len di hatal be tax na ne yow kula ne ku ne ku David so ñewé rek Fatmar sané nga ko xalé bi you know pour yow you have a relief ne xalé bi sori na la as a result xalé ñu leen di abuse that way te suñu ne sexual abuse meaning ne rape rek la comme waxoon naa ko fii am na ñoo xam ne dañoo jël xale yi similen nii di si am baanee sexual abuse la am na ñoo xam ne dañoo jël xale yi ñoom seen boppa ñu simeeku ñu ne ñun you know xale yi di leen fooye ñu si am seen boppa yii yëpp am nañ waaye Fatou I'll tell you so what of recently buñ started some of this campaign to raise awareness am na xale yoo xam ne joxe nañ seen report just to tell you how painful sexual abuse can be somebody raped at the age of 10 years is still angry with that perpetrator of course is still feeling that pain at the age of 29 you know we had a program at regional education office. A child came to us after knowing, because that child doesn't know what happened to her 10 years ago. That happens 10 years ago, and that year she was turning 18th. That was when she benefited from one of our programs, and she called our attention and said, this is what happened to me. But I can tell you now, on a daily basis, somebody is coming out to say, you know, this is. So for me, I think that's an opportunity for us now to ensure that, for example, any case of abuse, bunsi relent. I would encourage the police, for example, if those things happen, come the other criminals, let them go out in public, not to only say, for example, okay, even if investigations are on, we've seen these things happen as a practice in other parts of the world, where they will come and, you know, issue a statement to say, well, we have this case, and, you know, we're going to do, and it brings in public confidence. Yeah. The fact that the police PRO sits on the TV and issue a statement to say we have, you know, effected an arrest, you know, of a suspected this, and I mean, that alone gives, in all local languages, that alone gives, the public the confidence that, oh yeah, the police are doing this, and the next time, so hey, somebody will now have the guts to go to the police. I commend the police for having the police child welfare officers in all the major police stations. Yeah. In fact, they went to further to say, whereas the police child welfare officer is not there, the SO can act as the, you know, the child welfare officer. Then ñun tamit si suñ liggéey ñu ngi build their capacity. We are working with them because ñun amuñ the enforcement capacity. So ñun tamit we are powerless at one point. But can you imagine if victims comes to us and report, ñu dem try suñ kentalaay kàttan, at the end of the day gisuñ si dara. Te sometimes nag wax dëgg yàlla ñun suñ boppa dañ dee develop police in garden evidence.
Dama bëgg a ñëw recently si incident boo xam ne moo xew tax na ba ñëpp pay attention to this soo ko bàyyee sax xel in the entire world there's this movement boo xam ne people want women especially to be protected because women are abused at our age, at every age. Nga dem ut liggéey boss bi ne la dooma ñëw rayal bala ma la jox job.
Exactly, yeah.
Nga dem di liggéey nga nekk a secretary of your boss every time mu bëgg a tukki ak yow just because of la abuse. And sometimes because you don't want to lose your job, you will do those things. And that is happening at the highest level, even in America right now. Ñu ngi gis the Me Too movement. The most powerful people in America are being prosecuted. Harvey Weinstein nga nekk na koo xam ne America, anybody ko xam ne yaa ngi si movie industry bi si film industry bi moom moo la jox liggéey waaye tey women are coming out di wax loolu war naa tax moo tax ma ne tey lii dafa nekk loo xam ne society bi war nañ cee jàngal lu bari kii am na doole mooy lii ministre la war a lii la def na lii suma doom bi dama si war a toog dafa jeex te people war nañ see jànga am na case boo xam ne recently Lamin Hapunta is about this foreign national allegedly ne dafa abuse benn child ñu ne underage la we just want to know what really happened and of course he went to the police, certain things happened which yoo xam ne mu ngi nekk a big outcry on social media. Ñun we were informed, we were tagged on a post that was made by our sister Nasise. We want to commend her. These things are very important. If these things happen, sometimes as a society, then you know, hey, buguma sewa. But I think it's important to raise these alarms. But it's important to raise these alarms. So can you tell us what really happened about this particular incident that is being talked about on social media?
Okay, the first thing that I want to say is that the public today, can water talk ne man suma bopa like I said.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to go into things that will make you unpopular.
Yeah.
And man, that's the path I have chosen.
Yeah.
I choose this path not because I mean I want to make name for myself, but I want to ensure that justice, I mean, is served for people. They have been neglected. The justice system neglect them. Man lolu rek ma taxa jog te Nasise lolu moko taxa jog. Te ñi nga xamne génnoon nañ pour gis ne justice bi saaf na pour xale boobu noonu tamit loolu moo leen tax a jóg te di si I mean I'm sure tomorrow ñu ngi organise press conference dañ si gën a wax waaye li xewoon mooy ne dafa am ñaari Gambian yoo xam ne of course I would have declined to comment on this issue because the police are still investigating the matter but however liñ si jot a xam and I have a lot of respect for the police in terms of in doing their job but foo xam ne tamit gis nañ si loo xam ne doy ñu feesut suñ bët foog ñu wax ci te yaakaar naa ne ñoom tamit loolu daf la naa gën I mean daf la gën a góorgóorloo pour ñu gën a dugga si yooyu noonu li xew mooy afa am ñaari Gambien yoo xam ne génne nañ seen génne nañ ñu gis loo xam ne pour ñoom ñaawteef la gis nañ tubaab boo xam ne mu ngi doon foo ak xale bi si biir ndox bi wax nañ ñoom pour ñoom wax nañ ne gis nañ mu ko doon jëfoo but loolu yëpp xëj na investigation bi ñu ngi ko xaar to say lan la moo proof but ñoom loolu lañ gis te nit ki loo gis loolu ngay wax ñoom génne nañ emuñ si loolu rek mënoon nañoo ne ñun loolu du suñ business ñu jël góor ji involve ko according to lu ñu wax ñu téye waxaa moom waaye dem nañ ba point boo xam ne góor bi sax wax na ne leen maa ngi am xaalis suñu ma moto mun naa leen koo jox according to ñi nga xam ne ñoo ko téye waaye ñoom ñu bañ waaw pour ñu bàyyi ko mu dem bi ko ñu ne dafa bëggoon a daw ñu téye ko man nag fekkeewuma ko but li nga xam ne loolu lañ ñu jox information boobu lañ ñu jox noonu lañ ma koolee keneen ki mu téye ko keneen ki daw di dem au police yi ñi nga xam ne ñoo dee nekk si beach bi foofu noonu TSU officers yu fa nekk moom balaa moo ñu fekk man bi comply na ak keneen ki ñu dem to the police base so bu ñu demee si police base bi ñu waxtaanee foofu noonu ba gars yi jot a arrange issue bi dem si police station bi dem nañ si police station bi police bi tamit waxtaan nañu ak ñoom liñ waxtaan nag ñun mënuñ koo xam ndik ñoom ñu ngi doon def seen investigation but soo seetee tamit liñ si doon joytu rek mooy ñun tamit yoon bi lu mu wax because it's luwaa yi they are written clearly ku nekk war ngaa mën a xam lan moo war ak lan moo warut so ñun liñ foog ne loolu moo warut jot nañ see waxtaan ak police yi ñoom fu ñu nekk ni ñoom ñu ne ñu ngi def seen liggéey
lan ngeen foog ne moo jot a xew ci loo xam
non
ne warutoon
si biir lifin bi buñ demoon si police station bi xale bi dafa wax ne moom mu ngi 19 years moom loolu la wax waaye ko gis xale bi nga xam ne moom wax dëgg yàlla boo ko gisee nga war a mën a suspect ne kii du 19 years respect naa police yi buñ ne ñoom they will go ahead because xale bi lu mu leen wax si loolu la ñoo yëngu waaye ñun tamit si suñu biir liggéey bi jéem nañoo waxtaan ak gars yi pour xamal leen ne ñu xale ñu nga xam ne ñu ngi si façon situation bi léegoo le mun nañ laa jox information boo xam ne amut so pour ngeen mun a bàyyi xel loolu noonu tamit waaye xëj na si biir loolu man suma boppa sax amoon naa benn xëccoo bu ma jotoon a am xëccoo sax ñu ñàkk a déggoo ak police bi nga xam ne moo doon koosoon xale bi but si biir loolu ñu am senior police officer bu ñëwoon kooku mu xam lan la loi bi wax mu ne gaay ne jaar leen si yoon te jotoon nañoo jaar si yoon si waxtu boobu instant boobu noonu te depuis booba ñi nga xam ne tamit maa ngi liggéey ak ñoom jotoon nañoo raise some concern mooy ne góor bi jotoon naa o mu ne moom mu ngi o IGP bi xaw ma na moom la mu doon woo wala but si biir waaw tubaab bi si boppam so gis nañ police commissioner bi for Kanifing division ñëwoon na si police station bi jotoon naa waxtaan ak góor bi si biir loolu tamit gis nañ the officer commanding area boobu noonu moom tamit ñëwoon na so meaning the case bi within that period of time attraqué na kilifa yu mag ñun xamuñ woon lan moo xewoon waxtu boobu noonu because waxoon nañu ne moom police la si French service bi te dañ ko yónni Gambia fii pour mu ñëw di advice Ministry of Interior bi so si biir waxtaan boobu noonu tamit dégg nañ police yi ñu wax loolu mu jox ñu more information about the incident but li ñoo wax rek mooy ne Fatou lot of things yoo xam ne ñun tamit am nañ ko ñu ngi ko keep for now to wait and see how the police will proceed with this case comme nu ma la ko waxoon rek leena li nga xam ne sentu woon nañ ne police yi dinañ ko doon def te jotu woon na gis loolu ba bu wax bi jógoon mooy ne yaakaaroon nañ ne xëj na police bi dinañ doon o press conference comme nu ma ko suggestion hopefully I mean this would also be taken into account as I suggested to the police mooy ne mënoon nañoon lu ñu yaakaaroon mooy ak koo munti doon ak koo munti doon because loolu lañ dee gis muy xew I mean loolu lañ dee gis muy xew the moment you are a subject of I mean allegation the police are supposed to go out and issue a statement in respect of that but ñun especially a high profile because
somebody who is attached to the Ministry
exactly Ministry of Interior a nature but
police is under the Ministry of Interior
ñun luñ si jotoon ak gis mooy luñ si jotoon man lesson bu ma laanoon from this mooy either you are a farmer who abuse a child or you are a minister or an ambassador who abuse a child, we expecting that the law is the law and the treatment should be. But luñ si gisoon mooy gisoon nañ a lot of the senior people within the government has attached so much importance. Yes, I would not deny the fact that he's an ambassador. I don't know what his status is, but gis nañ farmers ñi nga xam ne réeb nañ xale fii lu ñu leen def rek mooy arrest leen dugal leen si salle bi I mean ba li nga xam ne moo war a xapoon na but bii gisuñ si loolu te suñ observation gis nañ ne góor bi toll na foo xam ne sax dafa mel ni dara xewut so ñun pour loolu noonu loolu xaw na ñoo jaaxal tuuti xëj na police yi dinañ leeral loolu noonu I mean exactly
leeral ci li Lamin wax David
I must say that I admire his passion and I want to encourage him on so far the people case bi happen there budut lim mention ne like the first police officer ko xam ne moo attend on case bi for which I wouldn't actually blame him because laajte na xale bi mu ne ko 19 so it is only proper that we assume ne xale bi is 19 it's because waaye ñoom they felt different waaye dañ war a mun a recognize ne police bi def na li mu wat lan laajte na ko di age bi and kontaan naa ne insist nañ because ñoom dañ feel but the human be low feel is different and since then the case has been ongoing waaye wax na dëgga the guy made calls I cannot say for certain ñan la call waaye ñoom because ñoom they were present because loolu la claim but what much I know is that Key came here as a diplomat and as a diplomat that is what you call diplomatic immunity moo tax bàyyuñ ko mu dem totally dañ ko bàyyi mu dem on bail on a self-bail and he is still in the country and the case is still being investigated wow witnesses yi oo nañ leen their statements have been taken yóbbu nañ xale bi for tests to verify the age age test age bi ñu wax right now bu doctor bi joxe is 17 and a half because medically man mënu maa wax naka but there is the understanding it could be 17 lower or 18 but regardless we are putting that as further evidence and then going ahead léegi what we are trying to do is to verify the nationality of the young girl because initially moom dafa ne Ghanaian la na léegi we are getting information that Sierra Leonean la so we are even getting the embassies involved immigration involved to know the point of entry because kii mënut ñoo wax exactly si boppam sax fan la dëkka fan la dëkk si boppam mënuñu koo wax right now mu ngi si Celta bi but ñu ngi jël jéego yi pour mun a verify because we still have a problem in knowing who exactly he is and what's it, and all of these things are actually needed, and we are doing everything possible to make sure that these things are all part of the case file.
Well, comme ba tey rek nu ma ko waxee rek dinaa continuer di ñaax nguur bi astuma police bi mooy because public bi suñ gisut that level of transparency, because ordinarily, for example, at least every end of week one would have even expected that the police would for some case you bel bi
and mom his desire is for us to do a press release. Man, I cannot just get up and do a press release even though I am the PRO.
Why?
Okay. No, it's not, that's not how it works. Don't jeki-jeki nga ne lii is a special interest for me. It's not personal. Liggéey bi, it's not mine.
No.
Okay?
But
we are
it's not you, but this is a
I understand.
No, the Faneka case be Luta police were enlighten nit ñi because the Faneka special
Lolo tama neka
fi national interest issue la.
Lolo tama neka fi te.
Specifically, I think that point dama clarify that point. The point is when there is something law hamne, people have raised concerns about it. As a public official, I think not because of this show alone, but you should be able to raise, clarify doubts. As the PRO of the police, social media, and there were reports. If I were you in your shoes, we would have released a statement because there were at time people were saying that the guy demona, genona, and people were attacking the police to raise confidence to what definitely. As a police officer, as a police force, we are more concerned about our citizens. Even to Nekute Gambian. Why? Because mungi crime within our jurisdiction. To give confidence to the people, I would expect Lolu, you would have given a statement. So,
okay. Statements is wanted, but I can assure you, everything is being done to get to the bottom of this matter.
But that's the point. We are raising concern. Yeah.
There's this called diplomatic immunity.
Yeah.
So they have to be careful as well. This is our interest, but interest. It's a good point. Legally, they should come out and do press release. Come, being arrested, 51 robbers. You know how many investigation be parade on TV. So things like that.
People have concern for that.
Rape cases or molestation.
No, but
any of those serious cases.
That's what we say.
In fact, I was going to come there. People have concerns over some of those things.
In this case, because of diplomatic immunity, they read now on the standard newspaper. Munge explain. So man read na I'm not at least.
Yeah, that was after.
So I think na be degala ñun ñep dañ ci am interest because dañ feel ne ki nekul Gambian ñu ko faral.
Loi bi lañ fi am loi bi lañu am.
Because ministry la neka.
No, he's mungi but then it's according to what the law says.
Fatou pour ntela kami fo wala ñente ko because anybody who knows me, you know, memory lane. Most of the cases that we deal with, I mean, it's typically Gambian. Yeah. And I mean, it will be a lie to say, I mean, foreign nationalities, they abuse in Hale. No, I mean, we have Gambian people. I mean, we have Gambian the people that we call big men and women who are sexually abusing our children here. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, we have to move to a level boo xam ne xëy na ñu bëri dañoo ne démba lu doon xew ak tey different na but tey tollu nañ foo xam ne war nañoo set a very good precedent and then ñu continuer ak loolu noonu because soo seetee circumstances surrounding this because probably there are certain things that I'm not saying here diggante ñun ak suñ ñi nga xam ne ñoo nekk di potential witness to this case I'm not certain things yoo xam ne they are going we keeping them to we are also watching all that we're saying is we are watching on this the way the state is going the outcome of this investigation. Because at that time, we'll also be able to come. We don't want, because, I mean, what I said is we have to ensure transparency in what we do. And that's all what I'm saying. Whether it's this case or not.
Other cases.
But lumo jur moy, comme nu ma ko waxoon si lumo jur moy, people will now know that, kon legi suma gisee lii, war naa mun a jël jéego bi. But I spoke to one of our witnesses who said, I wrote it on my diary. He said, I'm totally discouraged. And the next time a child is raped at my gate, I'll just close my gate and get in. Luta mu wako, he will say it at the press conference. Luta mu wako, man, I don't know. So the policy, for example, and I respect that the police said they cannot do it alone. They need the support of the public. So pour man li don na lo xamne exactly. So public bi ñëwé and I told yesterday when I visited some of these people, I gave them confidence and said, you have done what the law asks you to do.
Yeah.
Because under the Children's Act, that is what we call mandatory reporting. It says if you find a child abused or about to be abused, nga bañ ko report. You know, if you are found wanting, you can go to prison for 1 year.
Yeah.
Just for failing to report. So I assure the man that you have done what the law requires you to do. You have done what a good citizen should do. But continue doing this. Yeah. And for me, yaakaar naa ne suñ demee ba génn out of this case, xëy na the country, the state, would call these people and call them heroes and make them ambassadors to buy. Pour ñu mën a buy hell. A few days ago, we've seen in France, for example, a young African migrant. Yeah. You know, his life was changed for what?
For just
because
saving a child.
He has gone to that extent. Yeah. So pour mandal, I think better legally nobody is perfect. The police is not a perfect system. I mean, there are humans working in the system, but we have to always endeavor to ensure that something, you know, you're gonna attract the public attention.
We're talking about diplomatic immunity here, and you're saying that somebody is about to say that if a child is being raped in front of me, I'm not going to say anything. You're saying this guy has diplomatic immunity, and we all know, just like the president, if during his office he does anything, he's immune from prosecution, right? Whether it was like things that he did when he was a president, you understand? And in this case, this is a serious offense we are talking about, or maybe he's alleged to have done something. People sitting down at home, now we're saying the guy has diplomatic immunity and we need to be careful. What assurance can you give to, maybe people might want to know, what is going to be the status of this case? Are we going to say that he's a diplomat?
Don't get me wrong. I said because of his diplomatic immunity, he was allowed, granted bail.
Yes, he was given
He
a
is
privilege.
still under the police radar. He is still being investigated for the offense he has been accused of. Okay, so that does not mean we are letting him go.
And we are also, by the way,
assurance as far as his diplomatic immunity is concerned, to say if you're to go ahead with this case, if he's found wanting, what is going to happen regardless of his diplomatic immunity?
The law will have
Maybe
to take its
people
course.
need to know
But may
that
I
as
also,
well.
the law will take its course.
I don't know for now, but we also, I mean, we have contacted very important institutions in respect of this. We have contacted the French government. We have contacted, you know, a lot of institutions all over the world. I mean, including the French media. But again, we're still yet to establish. But we're even questioning. There are questions around the diplomatic immunity that has been, you know, I mean, that is in question here. That is still in question, and we gathering our evidence, and probably, you know, I mean, by tomorrow during our press conference, we'll even issue, because we have information surrounding to say, well, this guy doesn't hold any diplomatic immunity. However, so we're still coming up with our findings.
I have a question for David. In general, when people come like in India as advisors, you joge foreign countries, you know, the government. Yan test lañ dé dem through pour set
I am not government.
I was going to say that, but David, I think it's important. You know, to screen people. Screen people.
So neke a sex offender and you're registered. Then you gis ñu ñëw Africa di am liggéey di liggéey xalé yi. So man xam naa ne David fii du sa place. Why government lay waxal.
But only
whoever is responsible.
Wow. Mën naa si wax tuuti sax. Because diga ñun suñ investigation lu ñu prouval mooy even I don't want to, allegedly the French has a bad record in terms of, you know, I mean, peacekeeping mission in Central African Republic in respect of their officers. This is public. This is in the public. This public information. They have a record of, you know, I mean, I'm not saying this person maybe, but the French generally has a record of, you know, child sexual abuse in Central African Republic and in Mali. And, you know, it will interest you to know that this gentleman in question here has commanded the French, you know, I mean, personnel in those communities that we are talking about. So, of course, it will be an interest for me and you, of course, the public to also know. But I mean,
I think this is very important. But I think, you know, generally, the way we protect our people is very important. Because soon tourism industry, you know. Recently, there was this documentary, you know, it was done, and then I felt personally, Gambia was not represented well in that documentary, because man suma idea, my little knowledge, lima halat Gambia, ak lima gis ñi wax ci documentary bobu, what's this happening?
Fatou, go to the beach. There are what we call the PIMS. The Gambian brothers and sisters are involved in this. I can tell you. I mean, Gambia has attracted a lot of conferences since the conflict in Kenya. You know, Kenya used to be that conference center for Africa.
Yeah.
But today, Gambia is one of those countries that is attracting international conferences. And I mean, ñu fay la $1,000, and we all know, I mean, commercial sex work is very cheap in the Gambia. I mean, you know, $100, you can spend it for days. And you know, I was in a hotel. This gentleman, the very day he was supposed to leave the Gambia, I mean, 2 young girls came, 2 young girls. And these people were arranged by a Gambian security working in a hotel. All right, Gambian. So the signal is this. I think my advice is that we have to take ownership.
Yeah.
We have to ensure that, I mean, we treat everybody as our own brother, as our own sister. I mean, imagine if that child is your daughter, that child that you are arranging for, you know, that abuser is you know, I mean, and you know, today, these people are not going to hotels most of the time, because what the implication of the law, if a child is sexually abused in your premises, the penalty is very high. So the hotel owners don't want to risk that. So what they do is they go and rent in our compounds. They go to the motels. They go to the, you know, I mean, the brutals. So we have to, the Gambian brothers and sisters at the TDA, at everywhere, has to be aware of these issues. We have to be, I mean, then amplify fadu fonga wilile. Ngalo be pare fanang fuaria manyaka nyandaka wasale. Nyandaka wasale.
That is the point.
Nyandaka wasale because Oli wajur bi di team domam bu jigen bo xamne liggéeyut seyut diko nan fi sa morom mo fi wacce saku malo. Sa morom de mo jëndal yaayam garam boba bu li fen. Sa morom de mo yobu. So koku nonu xamulo limo yobe yaayam maka limo amé falam ko amé. But I will give you this scenario. A taxi driver, I was having a conversation with a taxi driver one fine day. Maneko driver yen lepp ngeen day gis xolal yi muna bro few days ago ben xalé la jëlone around this end this Johnson muna mu ngi dem boori Sénégal bi xalé bu ndaw bo xamne lum sol dal machallah mune mom ci bopam mo bu mu talé lampa bi mu tim ki mu ngi lacc bopam nak yaram ni neen la def amin o dafa sol dara bu mu taxawé mu pick xalé bi mu lacc xalé bi lu xew ak lan ngay ut fi time bi ni xalé bi mu ne ko dama génna non la ko dugalé ci bir moto mo tamit yobul ko fende dafa drive through to Senegambia at the TSU mu yóbbu xale bi foofu noonu mu ne leen kii ku ko gis nga xam ne xale bu ndaw la so fu ñu waxtaanee xale bi foofu noonu lim leen wax mooy ne mu ne moo dafa tëdd ba guddi yaayam ee ko ne ko ne demal lu sa morom yi dee def ëllëg dara lu fi not fii so Fatou stories sol min bijee they are very sad they are very sad the stories are very sad they are very pathetic I mean sometimes you become and let's stop this ne ko lii munta xew Gambia
mu ngi xew kay
ñi ta kenoo la Gambia nol bu ka ñinke you see that's where we got it all wrong 99% of these cases that happen, they are Gambians. They are Gambians, for God and heaven's sake.
Okay. Benn website mu tudda speak.gm Gambians dañ dee dem di wax ñiñ rape ñiñ molest and am na ñu fa nekk ñoo xam ne sax man xam naa leen I went to school with them ñeneen ñi xam naa seen makki ñi xam naa seen rakay ñeneen ñi they hide seen identity waaye ñeneen ñi they came out and if you read these stories ñi day rape yëpp is somebody you know. There's a high small possibility la mu nekk somebody from outside. Uncle bi la bitiki pol bi oustaz bi study teacher bi sa cousin bi ñi ñëpp all cases are similar and most of the time seen yaay suñ ko yëgee xam nga lu ñu leen dee wax jarul kenn yëg ko nañ ko nappal bi lañ war a bàyyi maslaha bi ñun suñ association bi am na benn xale bu ñu doon support 14 years la am xale bi am doom mu ne jëkkëri baajanam moo ko réep ñu dawale ko yóbbu ko feneen because maama mu ne bëggul kenn dégga ko loolu dafa tas famille xale boobu ñun ñoo ko doon support mu ngi am doom imagine a 14-year-old so na parents
and those people are working free ñu ngi dox di def seen topro seen soxla
mu ngi sey ci biir kër bi ba léegi
leena la because leena la comme Piero nu ko waxoon rek police yi dëgg la ñoom mënu ñoo nekk seen station si ñaa xam all these things are happening society bi ñoo
war a génn dem report case
yi upon ourselves but you know Father today a lot of people are perceiving me to be an enemy of the state.
Yeah, because of some of the stance you take.
I have some of my colleagues who are working in the police and said, why are you fighting us? I said, I'm not fighting the police. I mean, you know, and I have some articles that I wrote about the police. I hope someday when we get all of, rid of all of this, I'll bring out those articles and people will know that.
But when I spoke to you, I remember when I spoke to you, you were defending.
I defended the police
the faithful
night.
When I first heard the story, I saw it on Facebook. I contacted Lamin because his name was quoted. And this guy told me the police did their job. In fact, there was only one incident where he had issues when they were asking the child. But apart from that, when the officer came, they made sure they for procedure. So I think, you know, some of these decisions will not be famous, but at the end of the day, you're doing the right thing.
For me, I don't care. I don't care how people perceive me, but only as far as I'm concerned, as far as, you know, children of the Gambia are concerned, because only I've seen women who are married in their house. They are married to, I mean, we've seen big people. The stories are numerous. The reality is gender-based violence in this country. We are talking about children, yeah? Yep. I hope someday we will talk about gender-based violence. We'll talk about gender-based violence.
And, you know,
people in authority
I am
abusing.
passionate about, you know what I'm more passionate about? Child labor.
Exactly.
Child labor. Child labor.
It's child labor.
The way we treat our children at home, because they are not your biological children.
But again, David, I think I will also bring it to David's. So said most of these apprentices, Mutoi.
Yeah.
They are less than 16 years.
Very young.
Less than 16 years, they are school-going age. And Section 43 of the Children's Act, you know, prohibits child labor. Light work, the minimum age for light work in the Gambia is 16 years. Minimum age for light work, when a child can be involved in petty trading, can be apprenticeship, is 16 years.
Yeah.
And a child is supposed not to work from 7 o'clock to 7 o'clock the following day.
Yeah.
But is that the case? I mean, yes, I agree we are constrained, but like Oli said, we should not be limited by the human resource. We should not be limited by, I mean, resources as a country. We need to move on. And you talked about this, Hale Almoudi.
Yeah.
Senegal soon abolish that, and Gambia is accommodating it. I am seeing something very conflicting. So they made Jara Soma.
Yeah.
I mean, all those Senegalese Almoudos are coming to the Gambia. But again, traffic light. Go to pipeline mocks. I'm saying the police can allow probably as a measure to ensure not to, but probably adultery. But for children.
Yeah, for
children. And most of the time now parents are using those children and they lie. I mean, can you imagine if those children grow up, you know, some of them will tell you Sihla.
The effect.
They will tell you Sihla and you will never see their morami. The effect, yeah? So I'm saying the police has to go the extra mile to also ensure that, I mean, they set examples. And, you know, all that we're saying is we want to see justice prevail. Soon you say the police definitely all lin mun, dem nañ def sen kentalay katan. Be fu mo mëna em. Public bi war nañu mëna am xam ñom fan lañ em ak lan mo leen draw back. But soon you should lolu the obvious thing is we'll speculate and we'll blame them and we'll lose trust in them. But I want to say this. The police have been doing good, but there are a few incidences that we need to. In fact, a lot of incidences. I can name them. But tomorrow, and some of those incidences tomorrow, by tomorrow at our press conference, you hear about some of. We have documented. In fact, what we did is we have documented a lot of these cases. You know, at one point, hospital be not satisfy what is required. Some of them at the level of the police, some of them at the level of family. So we have documented some of these issues. At least today, people are speaking out. And for me, Fatou, we have to build on that momentum. We have to build on that momentum and make the change. Let me tell you, a lot of women are there. They are not speaking up. It's because the systems has failed them.
Yeah.
They knew it's going to be like Li Dalon Dew. It's going to be like Ninti one case it do. So that extent, people, you know what? People will come and blame the woman. You know, ki li dalon nako 10 years ago, luta wahut, mone def ko neexon time bobu no. Can you imagine? Fatou nekko ne def ko neexon, nañ set suñ society bi. Yow tay sa xalé bi suñ ko rébé at the age of 5, nga dem out and speak. Kan moy takas elek kenen su bugé taka xalé bobu non. Ñu ne ko na hay, ñu minti nya kabir nga fengo faytama kala modali fen. But you know, at least if justice is served. I watch a documentary, TEDx and these programs in there definitely. I watched one survivor of sexual abuse who spoke, and you know, her position inspired me. She said the best thing that you can do for sexual abuse victims is just to speak out.
Just to speak out.
Just speak out.
So, David, quickly, you know, we're talking about this Maslaha syndrome, which is a problem, and also sexual abuses. How about ritual cases? For instance, in the Gambia here, I witnessed this. And sometimes people just tend to lose hope in the system. Like, it happens and then nothing is done about it. So when it happens, they refuse to report it because of what happened in the past. So let's say in an instance where you have a child taken to a place by a man twice or 3 times, same man, and this child reports to the parents and then the matter is taken to the police station, just because she's a child, after saying everything that was in the building where she was taken, they went there and in fact all the description, you spoke about circumstantial evidence which needs corroboration according to the criminal code. But then you have instances where people actually come up. This child was taken by a guy for the first time and put her down and took some mask on his face according to the child's explanation, and took the child again, took some blood from, we are talking about sexual abuses. Sometimes there are instances where you have it for ritual purposes. No one knows what they did to this girl. She's just about 10 years old. So after she explained that she saw a red car, a white, the description of the place she was taken, they took the matter to the station, and when they went to the place, they actually saw what was there, what the child mentioned. But one of the police officers was like, "This is just a child. She could probably be lying." That was how the case died. Nothing happened.
And was it, okay, let's...
In cases like this, like, what does the police do? Is it because the child is young and the description, or is the conversation supposed to like go on under investigation?
Like in every institution, you will come across certain personnel who, one, wouldn't understand what they are required to do, two, would deliberately not do what is required of them. And that's why we have the Complaints and Discipline Unit. In fact, we call it Human Rights Complaints and Discipline Unit, where instances of this kind of nature, where services that are offered to you by the police, if you are not satisfied with the way they have handled your case, you come there and then the police will be called and it will be investigated. Yes, we have that in place. I mean, this is not only the police. Almost in all institutions you have cases like that, and we admit we have that, and that is why we put up that unit to investigate into allegations of police misconduct, malpractice, and every kind of thing.
Wow, thank you very much, David. And guys, time we made why before you them, David, if I'm police in your dollar, I'm buying you them. David, investigations every single day. I remember when we had the interview with IGP. There was the Manka Mankunda case. There was the Busumbala case. There was like so many cases. And whenever we talk to you guys, you said you will investigate and we will. We have never seen reports. Are we ever going to see reports coming from the police? We never see reports, and some of these cases are important. For me personally, I think the reason why these things are happening again and again is because there's nothing happening at the end of these cases. Why are we not seeing reports? We have not seen reports from Manka Mankunda, the Farato incident, the political incident, Kanilai, Sibano. What's happening, David? Why are we not getting reports of these investigations?
I won't be able to give you a precise answer now, but these are matters, like I said, they have been investigated, reports have been forwarded. So what is going to happen next, we will wait and see. I guess it will come out soon.
Coming out soon? How soon? Anytime soon?
That I can't say for certain. Yeah.
And recently, before you go, David, I saw you made a post on your Facebook. As the police PRO, the Gambia is in an unhealthy state. Can you elaborate on that statement?
Yes. I have this binda daf ma de ñëwé wame, and I woke up in the middle of the night and this thing kept coming into my head. And for me, the problem we have, it has to do with attitude. The whole article, if one reads through it, would realize that it has to do with attitude. All the problems that we have in the Gambia here come from individual attitudes. And I believe if we, look at ourselves, it's quite easy for people to sit down and, apportion blame. But not many people sit back and reflect as to what role they are playing into what we have in the Gambia here. And for me, that is where we need to begin. Individually, what role am I playing in the problems that we have in the Gambia? Individually, what role am I playing in solving the problems that we have in the Gambia? What we see these days is people sitting back, taking their mobile phones or whatever it may be, right, and apportion blame. But nobody wants to take responsibility. And unless we recognize that this is a collective responsibility, I mean, Gambia is sick. This is why all these problems that we are talking about, it is sickness. It is sickness. It is, how comes that we are not able to sit here and talk about development, about the level of progress that we are making, but instead we are talking about problems upon problems upon problems. Are we sitting back and asking, personally, man David, man Lamin, man Fatou, What role do I have in this? Unless we do that, we are going to have problems. Let us stop apportioning blame. Let us come together, one Gambia, and stop seeing Mandinka, UDP, APRC, NRP, or whatever it may be. You know, Gambia be like Gambia be like Muna Bako. But this Gambia now, man, I don't see much to be proud of. Even those things that we used to talk about, Gambia is a happy country, we are the smiling coast. People have stopped smiling now. The frustration is too much. But then this is our responsibility. We cannot sit down and government should fix it. It's not government's problem. Who is government in the first place?
All of us.
It's us. And the whole article is talking about that. Yes.
And finally, David, I've seen something that was concerning for me and some other people. When the police make arrests and people are they are not yet, they are being investigated, especially when you parade them on media. You put them on national TV or you put them on social media. Some of these people are very young. And then what do you drive from that? That, you know, just because those people, maybe they are not even powerful enough to sue the police. Because if you put me on national TV, we are going back to Yahya Jammeh days where he would put people on national TV and humiliate them. When people, even if they are people that they stole or they did serious crimes, until they are found guilty, why should they be paraded on national TV or on social media?
Fatou, how long have you been in video work?
Like since 1999.
Is it only in the Gambia that this thing happens?
No.
Okay.
No, but
no. Okay, let me just finish.
Go ahead.
You asked me. Okay, this does not happen only in the Gambia.
Yeah.
And I think let us look at the bigger picture. In the beginning of this year, during the beginning, first quarter of this year, there were a lot of complaints as to the level of criminality in this country.
Yes.
And everybody was asking the questions, what are the police doing? That led to the formation of a new unit called the Anti-Crime Unit. The Anti-Crime Unit, in fact, before the formation of the Anti-Crime Unit, when things really worked, a press release had to come from the Office of the Inspector General of Police, indicating that it was going to take its stance in enforcing the law and maintaining security in this country. And true to its word, it did by the formation of the Anti-Crime Unit. And the Anti-Crime Unit went to work, and then were effected a lot of arrests. A lot of these people, I mean, I won't go into the details, but then we needed the general public to realize what the police were actually doing, and then we also wanted to put in preventive measures to to indicate to other would-be criminals that we were out there and we were going to hunt them where they are. Because if you see the number of people that we arrest, you know what happens when they arrest them? We have to send them to almost all the police stations are used to be filled. I mean, it's not a thing of delight for us. A lot of times when I reach to these places, my heart almost bleeds. I feel sad. I feel very bad, because for me, arresting these people is not the solution to our problem. In fact, preventive measures, because most of these people are usually very young people. These are people who are supposed to be our future elders. If they are going into criminality at this age and, you know, putting them into jail, for me, you are only creating a socialization of more criminals. They come out worse. So we need to discourage the people.
So that's the strategy.
Yes, that is the whole point. It's not necessarily to name and shame them. That was not the point. But it's just to bring out to the knowledge of the general public that we have a problem here, and it's also supposed to provoke them into action. Yes, because, I mean, we have a problem of people understanding, and a lot of people will tell you, these people are from Senegal, Gambian to definitely. That's not true. These are young people, they are Gambians. But dañ bañ a nangu because gisuñ dégguñ, and that is why we are bringing it out.
Well, David, finally, nit ñi dañu ne Yaya Jammeh daal mu daan interrogate nit ñi, di leen video, di leen torture, di leen humiliate. Recently, gis nañ video buy circulate si social media bi. Allegedly, this guy who did a WhatsApp video insulting the president and the foreign minister. Of course, as Gambians, ñun xamuñ loolu, kenn du saaga sa kilifa, man ku saaga suma kilifa, dina xeexa yow, right? Wala dina la teg fi yoon wax. So kenn du ñun encourage kuy saaga president. But what people were worried about is how he was treated. He was picked up from wherever he was picked up. See interrogation, see, gis nañ ne ñu ko record, ñu ko laaj questions, and some people reached out to your office, and allegedly you said those were not police officers. So can you confirm those were not police officers?
Yes, I can confirm they were not police officers.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
They are not members of the Gambia Police Force.
Okay.
And I will tell you, I mean, Gambia Police Force has been in existence for more than 150 years. I bluff and tell people we are the longest institution, we are the oldest institution in this country. And since then, there has never been an instance in which you could say that a Gambia police officer has been interrogating or interviewing somebody and then they, and then put it out into the public. That is not how we are trained.
Yeah.
That's not how we operate. And that video was not taped by a police officer. Yes.
And in case those people it's not being taped by police officers and they are not police officers, so what happens if somebody is treating another person like that? Will the police do anything to make sure this? Because it's also affecting your your reputation is here.
No, I don't think our reputation is actually affected here.
It is.
I mean, we are
these are not police officers.
We are public servants.
Yeah.
And on a daily basis, there is some kind of criticism being levied at us. And on a daily basis, we try as much as possible to up our game. And that is not going to change in any way.
That's not going to change. Yes. Thank you very much, David. This was a very good conversation. Lamin, program da kumfa ni tolebi.
Okay, lafteka kumo kumfa dame wala nyentiko wajibo lentel beka society kabirin police lembang luwa bunda tamande la lan kandong David yamin fo walan to nyaate kandong hande do bije Ministry of Justice fon kaaje dol ko dol bije la tamande ral ka ko dol tamande nyala silola mi alongo in fact nyata ko manke ko mata do ba court la danon mbako je mala no jande but sometimes mbeka problem wasotole bari ko be nsabe alfal fo sala lodu lata ye simfalta kaje ko yela dindingol tankande anu bañi yamaro di la ni nak mo bela ko bi momo ka mantoro la no dindingol kan nga dindingol jam yaran koy famali ye la ñoo yaaja amna xale yo xamne sen baye ñoo tedd ak ñom sen magge ñoo tedd ak ñom sen uncle ñoo tedd ak ñom so woto wo be ñanda ke hakilo tole andung ñanda ka ke koror sir la let ñanda ka ke koror sir la let because mi nek da do bi je ka dindingol la ñoo ya ay tare feejo wo ñame ibaka notice no fang as a parent kon ñun ban façon wajur lañ wajur bo xamne sa dom dinañ ko jëfo mu dekk ak yow do mëna xamne xale bi jëfo nañ ko goor te dana ak mom because lu xew kon yow wajur bi bayilo xel sa dom bi interact lo ak sa dom bi te nañ bay li faatu xale bi su ñëwé mëna la suma diw def na nga door jëme ñam ne dafa fen ne lañ jox xale di opportunity ñu waxu ñu encourage xale ñu fen but let us bring our children close to us pour ñu mëna waxtaan ak ñom lo xamne dal disturb na len su ñëwé dinañ la ko wax why most of the parents are not accommodating to those things resulting to most of these issues in the help on the final note I want to say we have to put all hands on deck to ensure that ku nekk speak out ñun yépp nañ wax liñ gis nañ wax police ñu ne sen bunta ya ngi ubbi kon suñu ubé sen bunta yi kenn dugut fa
ñu ne suñu bunta ya ngi ubbi kay sa yoy ga rek fekk
wa loolu lay wax fekk bunti police kon mota ñun dañu wara dugg ci biir police station police yi
buñu ragal police
wa buñu ragal police
bu Gambien yi buñu ragal police
buñu ragal police ñun lañ fa nekkal nañ dem ñu complain te ñun tamit ni ñaa police tamit su nit yi ñëwé complain sa complain su ñëwé treat ko ni bour because koku nonu mu ngi la isil lo xamne ya ko wara dem uti ji kon suñu complain nan ci ñëwé nañ leen treat ni bour ñu treat leen ina maana boo xam ne suñ fa jógee ëllëg dinañ mën a dellu su waat. jërë ngeen jëf.
Thank you very much Lamin. Finally David fan ngaa tëjee balaa ngaa dem na dama leen bëgg a congratulate ñu ngi gis yéen a ngi bëgg a set up a new radio which will help to definitely bridge the gap between you and the community. Man I really applauded that initiative because dafa foog ne dañ toll foo xam ne law enforcement war na mun a wax ak askan because demoon nañ time boo xam ne we lost faith, we lost confidence in some law enforcement agencies, right? So this initiative, I think, will bring you closer to the people. And then you have the police mom, the things that you want to say. Sometimes as media people, we just want the things that make news. Yeah. But the real things that you want to send out, I think this will be a good initiative to send those messages. I think ñepp won nañ leena comment ci lolu. Finally fan nga tejé di len dokale.
No, fok mo watch mbiri radio bobo because security is very expensive. Maintaining law enforcement is very expensive. And a lot of times ñun dañ dan complain ne amuñ resources yi. Ñun our biggest tool bu ñu nekk di dimbali ci suñu liggéey mooy community policing. Community policing lim laajte mooy dialogue and partnership with the community. Police ak community bi ñu come together and ñu def policing. And bu ñoo wax fii si mbiri police am na yu bëri yoo xam ne complain nañ ko ok joyte nañ ko nekkuñ ne bëgguñ koo def but amuñ capacité bi waaye léegi we feel that we have a cheaper way to be able to address that, and that is creating a communication and dialogue between us and the general public. We have a lot of issues that we want to talk about the general public, why other media houses cannot make it available to us because mënuñ ko. So we feel ne suñ amee suñ own radio station, we are able to reach out to the people, especially on issues that we want to talk about, and it's going to make sure that Gambians begin to understand and fully appreciate what the police do, and also create that much awareness how many people will become law abiding, and it's going to make our work easier and cheaper for everyone. So da nga gis ne complaint bi dafa wàññeeku. Waaw.
waaye bul daw rek su rëdd bi ñëwee moom bul daw rek di busy si rëdd bi.
loolu laa ragaloon de.
bàyyi ñu waaye thank you very much David. We really appreciate this time. Lamin, thank you very much. Fatou, thank you for stepping in. Oli tey moom waxtaan bi neex na trop. Thank you guys. Until you come your way next week inshallah. Good night to you all. Di leen wax ne rek kilifa yi seet leen seen doom yi. Alaan hakkilootu wala dingol to. It's very important. Ka fo dindo yi ka baye nte fana dingo nyanta ñu nekk la ñu wonteng. Dingo nyanta ka jube, dingo nyanta ke hakkilotu wato. Baringol mimbe suwokono, mol mimbe suwokono. Nyanta kan hakkilotu ngi hakkilotu ni na diningol ka ke nyaadile. Akumma yata bake ngalte do ngalde.